want to be a fighter, show the world you ought to be feared. Born to make that walk. Different is dangerous. Rhythm, combos, strikes they can't solve. Pressure that suffocates. Signatures that define you. These skills become your story. From back rooms to bright lights. The Octagon is where you write yours. Whether you wind up the hero or footnoting someone else's, it's up to you. Here, who you are is how you win.
Pereira remains on top of the MMA world!
It's time you make things personal. Fight your fight.
Gotta be me.
Here's everything you need to know about game modes in UFC 6, from inside the octagon to the journey and career of a UFC fighter. Introducing The Legacy, a new narrative prologue that takes Chris Carter from his beginnings in collegiate wrestling all the way to the biggest stage, the UFC. A journey shaped by decisions made both inside and out of the octagon. UFC Career Mode is where you chase greatness on your terms. With 10 times as many choices as UFC 5, UFC Career Mode allows you to feel the weight of every decision you make. Here you can be invited to continue Chris Carter's journey, build a created fighter, or play as your favorite athlete. Every fighter has a story. Step inside the interactive Hall of Legends, centered around Pereira, Max Holloway, and Weili Zhang. Explore culturally inspired spaces celebrating each athlete's history, and relive iconic fights through objectives inspired by defining moments from their careers. The Gym is a centralized hub to check your punch card and challenger's progression, customize your player profile, and manage your fighter's roster. Recruit, train, customize, and earn fighter-specific cosmetic rewards without affecting gameplay balance. However you play, UFC 6 expands on what a UFC game can be, with more to discover, from crossplay, improved onboarding, to new accessibility options.
So, for example, Max Holloway's flow state enhances his advancing footwork and stamina efficiency, encouraging him to move forward and engage in potentially reckless offense. The cool thing about it, though, is that the opponent can respond to this with a taunt to earn a portion of that buff as well, encouraging them to also engage in potentially reckless offense. It's a mechanic pulled directly from Max Holloway's own signature style of closing out fights by pointing down at the ground and daring his opponent to go blow for blow against him while in the center of the octagon. In order to build these flow meters, each fighter also has their own flow boosts, which award bonus meter gain by performing certain actions designed around emulating how that person would actually fight. So if you're one of those aforementioned elusive fighters that utilizes a lot of head movement, chances are you might have the like water flow boost, which gives you a boost of flow meter whenever you successfully land a punch after slipping one. Those with a more ground game centric fighting style benefit from flow states too, with fighters like Islam Makhachev getting their flow boost by attacking with a variety of submission techniques and getting huge bonuses to their submission prowess when activating flow state while on the ground. The flow state system represents the biggest change to how UFC plays compared to prior iterations, but there are a lot of smaller quality of life changes as well. More prominent hit effects make blows more impactful, The new Physique system does a great job of making blows connect and deflect off blocks with more realism than ever before. There's a new optional time dilation feature that slows down time and helps newer players understand when they should be blocking, swaying, or defending transitions on the ground. And my personal favorite thing is that by default, jabs and straights are on 2 different buttons, regardless of what stance you're in. So there's no more accidentally throwing a slow straight when you meant to pepper in a couple of jabs, which has always been a personal sticking point for me with this series.
I had no striking coach, but the UFC game was there, and I remember using guys like Kenan Barral and Jose Aldo, and these are my favorite fighters, you know. At the time, my training partner Dustin Kimura, he'd hold mitts for me. I'd be like, bro, I tried this in the game, let's try it here. And it worked. We had some moves from a UFC game, and then, you know, my coach ended up being like, I don't think so, the UFC game is a good way to use as a coach, so I'm gonna get you a striking coach. And when I was playing the game, they was probably scanning one person, making everybody use the same moves, you know. So now, when you go to me and you see my leg not going too high, or you see me twisting a new way, because they actually scanned my body for this, so that's how I actually look doing it. So if I look sloppy or ugly, that's on me, guys. That's not on the devs. So I'm just letting you guys know. But UFC, hey, came in clutch, bro. Look, championship fighter, got some strikes from there.
É muito legal as pessoas estar recriando tudo isso para outras pessoas também entender como funciona, como que é. Né? Todo mundo sabe, meu apelido é Potan, mão forte, né? Mas ali pro lado da cultura indígena, mão de pedra. Então muitas pessoas falam, pô, mão de pedra, igual mesmo. Eu tenho essa tatuagem, né, que eu desenhei. Eu sou um cara que eu vou ali pra acabar com a luta, né? Por isso que eu tenho muitos nocautes. Eu acho que meu estilo é um estilo agressivo. Bom, pra mim é muito importante, desde quando eu cheguei no UFC eu sempre falo isso. Quiseram colocar um pouquinho pra baixo, né? Mas eu mostrei, provei ao contrário. Você não pode desistir dos seus sonhos, e foi isso que eu fiz, sempre acreditei, trabalhei duro. Desde quando eu nasci eu sou assim, guerreiro.
In UFC 6, no 2 matchups are going to feel the same. That means different fighters bring different stances, strikes, and movement into each matchup. And every exchange is more responsive, more readable, and more under control. Updated animations, markerless capture, and anatomically accurate bodies make fighters more distinct in how they move and strike. When strikes connect, you see it instantly, through more natural reactions and damage that feels true to the brutality of the sport. Stumble animations, knockdowns, and reactions now reflect the moment of impact. You're not just throwing strikes, you're controlling the fight, breaking your opponent down and punishing them when it matters. As you play to a fighter's strength, you build towards flow state, an overhauled perk system that works in 3 layers: a base effect, a flow boost triggered by specific gameplay actions, and flow state itself, a powerful peak moment that unlocks your fighter's signature ability.